It was so hot. It was what, 108 today. It is now cooled down to a frigid 103. And this dish is so easy to make, and I have to make lunches for the work week. It's just going to be easy to do, and you'll be surprised just how simple this is to do it. Now the setup for this is the same as usual. We'll have the grill, smoke pot on one side. There's a video on this, how to make your smoke pot for your existing gas grill. Not all of them are the same way. Now we're getting these flavor bar jobs, but this has got hickory in it, hickory sticks. We do like that. And then we just turn on the gas, lighter, turn on the side underneath the smoke pot. There we go. And I go ahead and turn this ignition side off. We have our piece of fish. We're going to take it. I'm going to take it and dump it out on the cut board. And it's been descaled. That's nice. So I'm going to rinse it real quickly, just out of force of habit. This will also help the salt stick. We're going to flip it on this side. I'll take my little paper towel, grab my little hand. Now, we just spray that side with a little olive oil spray. And I'm going to flop it back on that side. I just salted it. Secret family recipe. Actually, this is a half and half. It's a light salt type thing. We're just going to salt it. And then I'm going to cut this up sort of in lunch size pieces, and out to the grill we go. Now I didn't spray the top of the fish because I want that smoke to get in there, and it's going to do just fine. We'll give that upper grill a little shot. Wipe her down. Another little shot. And then ooh, smoke pot still a smoking, and that's good because somebody slipped some chicken on that grill. And if we're lucky, does it look like it picked up any color? Yeah, it looks like we got a little fish juice still on there. Ah, look at them slide. Let's see if they all slide. Yep. That's good. And what we're going to do, we should be able to move them a little bit. And down here on the thin spot, let's see if that's done. Should flake. Yeah. I won't think that that's done. Lunch for a week. 4th of July being a holiday and all. Oh my goodness. Man, is it hot out there. It's like a center sneak preview. Well, being the 4th of July week, this is a good time to start practicing your bow hunting skills. Now, most states, that's going to give you anywhere from 90 to 60 days to practice with. And it's good to get started early. Now, if it's anywhere 100, 180 degrees down where you are, that's a little too hot to be out there playing in the sun for very long, even in the evenings. So an alternative to that, and this, this isn't anybody's particular invention. I've been doing these things for years. Just go down to your big box store, get you one of these little exercise bands, because you can use very specific muscles when you bow hunt. The weight, pulling down on the the bow. You know, you can just pull it out there and hold it. You know, you could even do the old double up thing, choke up on it, however you want to do it. And then do you one of these, just here, hold it. Stuff ain't rocket science, and it's better than doing nothing. And if it's a little too hot where you are for your comfort, you can always just work on your bungee. Put it next to your TV, and then just sit, and every now and when you think about it, pick it up and do you some practices. And you can do that before it gets terribly, miserably hot. Tomorrow we're going to grill this deer steak. We're going to brine it tonight. And we need to make that brine tonight. And the basic recipe for the brine I'm going to use is a 3% brine, 3% salt. So you got to have your salt, and it's 3% by weight. So I'm going to use beer as a base, 12 fluid ounces. And 12 fluid ounces on a beer is pretty close to 12 weight ounces. Because on a very light beer like this, they're essentially the same thing. The density or specific gravity of beer, very light beer, American beer, is going to be very close to 1. So they're going to be very close. And we're going to fill the rest of the volume with this water here to make up the 16 ounces. Now, if you don't have a scale like this, this is what makes this so easy. You just do 16 ounces, and then we're going to use 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 level teaspoons of salt. And that's going to give you very, very close to a ½ ounce of table salt. And it doesn't make a hoot and hollers worth of difference if it's got iodine in it or not. The salt I buy, table salt, generally does not buy whatever's on special. It doesn't really matter. You're not pickling it, you're just, flavoring it. So we're going to make up that brine. Other ingredients, Worcestershire sauce, brand of your choice. They do taste a little different, each brand, but they have salt in it, so it's going to add a little bit to it. And I'm going to add a hot sauce. This is a habanero-based sauce. Somebody gave me for Christmas. It's about half gone. I like to use it before the red goes out of my sauces. And somebody's after death stuff, it's not all that hot. And as an alternate, if in the wintertime, you're not grilling in the wintertime, you can add a concentrated liquid smoke, probably about a half a capful or capful, something like that, which is what, half a teaspoon, something like that. And again, because it's going to soak in there, and we will use a meat tenderizer once we get it in the pan, and we will jacquard that up back and forth several times to soften it. We'll put that in the refrigerator, and then we're going to hit the rack. Now, to start this, let's do our salt. As I told you, we're looking for ½ ounce. So I put my scale on. And if this turns out right, 2 teaspoons should be a very close approximation. And it can be off a little bit. 3% is not all that stout that's going to be a little bit over the mark. But see, it says ½ ounce. I don't guess I can get the camera over there to show that. Okay, now get up there. Now to do the water, we're going to start with a 12-ounce beer. And it says there's 12½ ounces in it, which is not too bad. We're going to pour in here till we get right at 16 ounces. Okay, slightly more. And that turns out to be just shy of 2 cups, but you go 2 cups, won't hurt a thing. And we're going to pour in, that's about a tablespoon, because I checked that ahead of time. That's about all I had left in that bottle before I opened the backup bottle. We're going to pour in very precise amounts, about a teaspoon of this habanero sauce. That may have been a little light. And we put our salt in. And you got to stir it till the salt dissolves. Now, if you want to add the liquid smoke, you can add the liquid smoke. Yeah, I guess I put that in the cap. We do it this way. Just give her a little shot there. I'm going to cook it over hickory, so it won't make me any difference. And that's cut 3/4 of an inch. This also helps drive that brine into the meat, as well as tenderizing it a little bit. Now we put this in the refrigerator, and tomorrow we'll grill it. Whew, I am ready for a quick and easy meal. It was 4th of July, so it's a good time to put out salt. It is hot as Hades out there. Went out early, and before the day was over, spent about 4 hours in the woods, kind of doing a little maintenance, that sort of thing, trails, putting out the salt, do a little early scouting, check out stuff. And 4 hours done, it was about 105 degrees, 104 degrees, something like that. Using the phone for GPS, so it killed the thing before it was over. But ready for this. There's a deer steak. I'm going to drain this off. The grill is smoking like a 5-alarm fire. I have some lentils over here for a little bit of fiber. I've got a yellow crookneck squash over here in the little toaster oven, getting browned on top, a little garlic, a little salt, and it's going to be an easy, quick meal. Smoke gets too hot in here, it ignites like a blowtorch. So we got to cool that iron down. Like that. Okay, I'm going to call this done because I played in the woods and I'm hungry. And I'll leave it anywhere from rare to well done. But I think that ought to be just about the way I like it, because I'm in charge. Now we just need to take off a little dinner segment here. Esto es cocinado perfectamente. That is just beautiful. Just the way I want it for tonight's dinner. That is cooked perfectly.